We ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Check it to wreck it. Let's begin. You guys just thought you got rid of us.
But you didn't.
Joke's on you, because we're back, motherfuckers.
Whoa.
Oh. Sorry, I came in hot. I was
Yeah.
excited. It's been a minute. We wanted to hop on here. It's not a real episode.
No.
We don't have stories or anything.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, sorry about that. They had to have seen it was like, I don't know, 4 minutes or something when they clicked on it. But we feel bad for ghosting you.
Uh-huh.
And we want to say thank you so much to everybody who reached out. We feel so fortunate to have this community that's been built by this podcast and to know that you guys really do genuinely care and reach out and make sure we're okay. That was fucking awesome.
It's great.
And no, Chance and I are not getting a divorce.
Nope.
Thank you. I don't know why that's everyone's go-to. We must be like a walking red flag or something. And nobody died, thankfully.
No.
I think that was a trigger for some people because our last break was because my mom died and then my grandma died. So people were like, oh shit, what happened now? To be honest, it was just some normal life stuff. The kids finished up school, so there was finals and 5th grade graduation. But the real reason why we have taken the last couple of weeks off was Chance and I had to really sit down and figure out what the future of this podcast looked like. A year ago, I quit my job, and it was our hope that I could do this full time, which is honestly something you kind of need to...
You almost have to.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I'm not sure that anybody, unless you have a podcast, knows, like, that's a lot of work. Editing is a pain in the ass.
Such a beating.
Yeah, it takes forever. Anyways, we started with the best of intentions. We were going to make this our career, hopefully. But what sucks is in order to make money podcasting, we were told that we had to do a lot of things that we were not comfortable with.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, obviously, but it's just like flooding your episodes with ads.
Uh-huh.
Constant self-promotion. A lot of Instagram stories and TikToks and shit, and that's just not who we are.
Yeah.
We tried. It felt very fake. We were told we needed to constantly be teasing our next episode. We needed to really push Patreon. And it started to become something that we never wanted it to be.
There's a lot of pressure on it.
Yeah, and we started this as a hobby, and it was fun.
Uh-huh.
And exciting. And then once it became a job, it stopped being as much fun.
Right.
And I felt like you could feel that.
Yeah.
So for the past couple of weeks, we've been sitting down and figuring out what this podcast is going to look like, or even if we should continue it at all. Because I ultimately did go back to work.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And now I'm working full time.
And then some.
Yeah. So we had to figure out what our priorities were. It's hard to work full-time jobs, do your research paper,
Uh-huh.
record and then edit, and then still make sure you spend time together.
Right.
And time with your kids.
But at the same time, we have like a sense of loyalty to you guys.
Right.
And we enjoy doing the podcast.
So we don't want to quit.
No.
So we came up with a compromise.
Uh-huh.
Rock with us on this and see if you guys agree that this is what we should be doing.
Call the hotline.
We're going to continue putting out episodes. However, I don't know what kind of schedule we're going to be on. We might skip a week. We might be consistent for a couple of weeks and then ghost you for 2 weeks. But we're not going to just stop.
No.
And in return for our inconsistency, we are going to pull the ads from our shows. Because I fucking hate ads in podcasts.
Yeah.
We might, however, sometimes throw in an ad for another podcast because we really do like promoting other podcasts, especially if we're fans of them. But we won't make you guys suffer through the extremely loud ads for Dateline and whatever the hell else y'all were hearing.
Yeah.
Another thing that we're going to do is take all of our Patreon tiers, the $10 a month and the $5 a month and the $1 a month, and make them all $1 a month. Or no, that's not how we're going to do it.
We're working on how we're going to do that, but we are going to basically have just one tier for $1 a month with all of our bonus content all just kind of grouped together into one.
Right. We were just going to release all of our bonus content here, but maybe you don't want to hear that. Maybe you don't want your Apple Podcasts or Spotify flooded with a bunch of shit you don't care about.
Right, because we do episodes about UFOs and conspiracies and stuff like that.
And we release bloopers and
right.
stuff that people might not hear. So we will keep it on Patreon, but we're just going to put it at $1 a month. And we'll still send stickers.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
We just want to make sure that we're not having you guys pay us money for doing something that we love doing and we love that you listen to.
That can't 100% be reliably consistent.
Which takes a lot of pressure off of us.
Yeah.
Because I will say it was hard whenever, life events would come up or what have you, and we couldn't release that week. There was an immense amount of guilt that we went through.
Uh-huh.
So as long as you guys are okay with this compromise, I think that's how we're going to move forward.
Yeah.
And again, we apologize for not returning anyone's messages or emails. For a while there, we were kind of in limbo. We didn't know if we were going to move forward or not, so we didn't really have an answer for anybody.
Right.
But now that we've made this decision, we will go back and return everyone's emails and messages and whatnot. But we wanted to hop on here because it felt like the easiest way to explain our absence to everyone and tell everyone what's going to happen in the future. So you haven't gotten rid of us yet.
Nope. We are still here.
And we still love you. And we appreciate the shit out of all of you. And cheers to Gigi.
Thanks, y'all.